Oh, that's not good.
Opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Does your dog need groomed or walked? Are you looking for a pet sitter or dog boarding options? If so, call Dirty Paws, Wheeling's newest pet care service, providing the Ohio Valley with everyone's pet care needs. Check us out on Facebook at Dirty Paws WHG or call 304-639-7754.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
There are times when you shouldn't ignore what your body is telling you, and you need to seek medical care. At Wheeling Hospital, we want you to know that we are taking every precaution to make your visit as safe as possible. We're screening visitors, using the latest infection control technologies, offering telehealth for physician visits, and more. This is true throughout our campus, in our ER Trauma Center, our physician offices, surgical center, and on our patient floors. The pandemic isn't over, but be assured that at Wheeling Hospital, we are here when you need us.
Update your home's exterior with new siding and get 11% off everything at Menards. Timbercrest Premium Double 4-inch Vinyl Siding is engineered to be durable, 15% thicker, and has the look of natural cedar siding. It has a limited lifetime warranty and is available in 9 colors. $679 per 12.5-foot piece after 11% off. Good through March 27th. Savings or mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
Hello, everyone. From the Watchdog, I'm the Storm Tracker Darnell Foster with a look at your local weather forecast for your Friday. Mostly cloudy and windy. A daytime high near 67 degrees. The overnight low of 47 with a few sprinkles and mostly cloudy skies through the overnight. You'll see clouds and sunshine mixing for your Saturday with highs near 73. Have yourself a great day, everyone, and a good weekend. From the Watchdog, I'm Darnell Foster.
The views and opinions expressed on the following program are not necessarily those of this station or its sponsors.
This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe and Brad Leonard behind the board in the producer's chair.
So we have some high winds outside. We have gusted up to over 40 miles an hour so far this morning. We are predicting the possibility of 60-mile-an-hour gusts before the morning is over and done with. The high wind warning is in effect until I think it's around 2 o'clock this afternoon, but it is primarily the morning hours you have to worry about. So be aware of some high winds there. Biffy, you said the lights flickered in the building, right?
Just for a quick second or two, I'm sitting here and all of a sudden you look up and it's like, oh boy, there went the lights.
Yeah, you guess everybody's got to be careful. I mean, the reality is that high winds can lead to power outages. I think Zach said we have about 1,000 power outages through Ohio County. I do not know where they are because I can't find my app. It's not AP, it's Appalachian Power. It's not Appalachian Power's fault. I got the app here on the phone. I just can't find it. I don't know what's wrong with me. But there are about 1,000 homes without power, and the lights flickered at the building. So in the event that we do disappear, you all have an idea as to what happened. Right now, the temperature is 60 degrees, which is actually higher than we're predicting for the day. Most of the day will be just maybe 58, 59 or so is where we're going to go. But we were a little bit higher earlier this morning, 60 degrees right now. There are sustained winds at the moment of 28 miles an hour out there right now. Again, Zach says we've had gusts up to 40 plus miles an hour so far this morning. So just, again, it's just a be prepared, be alert, be prepared. High wind warning is in effect for the day today. Now, somebody sends me a note every day, a text every day. And I always say to text me, 304-214-1600. I always say, and I read all of your texts, and I always catch myself going, no, I read almost all of your texts. This guy sends me a text, I assume it's a guy, sends me a text every day, and he just tries to jab me on politics, and I don't engage. I'm not going to engage. But I do want to make a point here. He says, Howard, from the day he announced his candidacy, you spent 5 years rudely blasting President Trump on the airwaves. Can you really tell your audience you are pleased, proud, and excited about Joe Biden and his ability to communicate with the American people? It is painful to watch. Now, this is the new approach that the right wing is taking. The new approach is that, well, Biden, oh my God, that press, oh my God, he can barely talk. He didn't hold sentences together. To answer the person's question, am I pleased, proud, and excited about Joe Biden? I am indeed pleased, proud, and excited about Joe Biden. Now, excited in a different way than Donald Trump. Donald Trump, you got excited. Because God help us, what's he going to do now? Kind of excited. Excited as in, oh, I'm excited that we're finally getting a normal person in the presidency again. Yes, I am absolutely pleased, proud, and excited about Joe Biden. He uses full sentences. His vocabulary is somewhere above the third grade. He answers questions directly and doesn't call reporters nasty names. He doesn't lie. He doesn't make things up. And maybe most importantly, Joe Biden shows compassion, not spite, for the people that he is addressing and the people that he is serving. You're damn right I'm pleased, proud, and excited. And again, this is the new approach, the new trend, the new technique. Because they can't really go after Biden on too many of his policies. The immigration issue is one that's gets a little bit of traction, and fair enough, it is. But they can't get him too much on policies. I mean, he's got the COVID vaccine really moving pretty smoothly. He's got the, we're all feeling like we're getting ready to go back to normal in one way or another. Things are going quite well. Things are going quite well under the Biden presidency. So the approach now by the right wing is to simply try to claim somehow, and it doesn't even make sense. I mean, you look at Donald Trump, literally the man, and there was people who, linguists do this, he literally spoke at a third grader's language. He spoke at a third grader's vocabulary. And he was always angry, and he was always spiteful, and he never used full sentences. And you're going to try to claim that Biden somehow is painful to watch? It is probably painful for this guy to watch him because he hates to see a normal, calm, thinking person caring about America actually in the presidency. Before I leave politics, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on politics today, Sidney Powell, you all remember Sidney Powell, but if you remember Sidney Powell, she was one of these Trump supporters. She was really aggressive in claiming the election had been stolen. She is among the ones who said that, I never did quite understand the story. Somehow the government of Venezuela had rigged our election machines. I mean, just some kind of Looney Tune ideas up there. And she has been sued, along with others, by Dominion and the other two different companies, but Dominion is what I can remember by name, that make these machines, and the companies are going, wait a minute, you have accused us of basically treasonous actions and being manipulated by Venezuela. We're not going to let you say those things because they're just not true. She has been sued. That's old news. She's filed a response to the lawsuit. And you got to give her credit for just gumption, right? Her response is, Oh, no reasonable person would believe what I said was true. Her answer to a suit claiming she's lying is, well, of course I was lying. Well, no reasonable person would believe it was true. Nobody really would believe that Venezuela was manipulating our election. I just said that. That's her response. A lot of legal experts think this could put her in some legal jeopardy because she's basically admitting that it's not true. She's admitting that she kind of knew it wasn't true. But I mean, it's credit for gumption. I'd say credit for something else, but men have them, and woman doesn't.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I caught that one right away. Yeah.
So you got, but I got to give her credit, you know. Well, I know, but of course I said those things. Nobody would believe them, would they? It's just, of course, Donald Trump probably was that way too, you know. I think Trump probably said a lot of things, and when he was done, he went back into the Oval Office and closed the door and looked around and said, honest to God, people believe me when I said that? People believe me when I said that? Anyway, I've had that story I've been meaning to talk about it because I just think that's a great approach to, I think it's a great approach to things. I'm not sure what prompted this text here. I don't think we haven't talked about Teddy today at all, have I?
I don't think.
I don't think so. Off the text line, Howard, Teddy is pretty smart, you say? He must take after Nancy. Okay. Also, Biden has the border under control. No, I did not say that. I did not say that at all. I said he's got a border problem. You kind of want to listen carefully. No, I did not say that. I said that Biden does have a border problem, as Trump did. And as Biden pointed out yesterday, it really isn't a presidential created problem by Trump or by Biden. It is a function of the time of year when you get a lot more immigrants coming in. The difference is not, are there more immigrants coming in? The difference is how are they being handled? And I think that if you look at the approach of the Biden administration, it certainly is more compassionate than that of the Trump administration. And Biden said yesterday in his press conference, if I see these unaccompanied minors on the other side of the border wanting to come in, they're hungry, they're starving. Am I going to tell them, "Thou shalt not pass"? No, I'm not going to do that. Now, how do we treat them? I mean, there's an issue there. I don't go with that. And I did not say, repeat, I did not say that Biden has no border problems. He does. All right, 8:20 after the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. 304-214-1600, 304-214-1600. I haven't done any COVID stories yet. So why do I have a text saying, give me sources and links to your COVID stories this morning?
Oh, that's... No, it's the one below that. That's an old one.
Okay, the one below that I don't have.
That's the one that I have. Okay.
It's the one that begins with smug condescension?
Yes.
Okay, see, mine doesn't show up again.
See,
It shows up on the preview screen, but doesn't show up on my real screen.
Okay, I have that one. I'll read that one. That one you just read, that's just a year old.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was trying to think, I'm going to do some COVID stories, but I haven't done it yet. What are they talking about?
No. So the one that you didn't get that I got says, smug condescendence hovering above an abyss of ignorance.
Trump?
I would guess. I don't know.
I mean, that certainly sounds to me like that's Trump. I would agree with that.
I mean, that's all it says. Smug condescendence hovering above an abyss of ignorance.
Okay. Well, my guess is he thinks he's talking about Biden, but I think he's talking about Trump. It is interesting to me how many of the Trump supporters criticize Biden for the exact same things that Trump was actually was true for Trump. For example, why he seems mentally deficient. I truly believe that Donald Trump literally could have been and should have been declared mentally deficient. Biden has shown no signs of that. But that's what we hear from the right wing. I didn't want to get into politics today. I just wanted to share a couple quick things with you. I'm not going to engage in the back and forth of this. It's Friday. Going to just kind of have some fun until McCabe gets in here, and then he and I will probably fight. But so I didn't mean to get so much into politics here, but I did want to get a couple of those texts out. I surely do wish I knew why some of these texts don't show up on my screen. Again, they show up as in the preview panel, just enough that I know there's something there, but when I try to open them up, I can't do it. So, geez. All right, 8:23 after the hour, 60 degrees, wind blowing around outside, high wind advisory, high wind warning in effect for the day today. And we'll talk a bit about COVID coming back here on the Watchdog Morning Show. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why. And it always seems to be from certain people. I don't understand it. I just tried to reboot the text line up. Still can't read it. Still. Nope. It pop up. Yep, absolutely. All right. Let's see what I want to do here. Today, tomorrow. Yeah, I guess I'll root for them. I'd rather see somebody that beat us as opposed to, you know what I'm saying?
50 cashback or a new 21 Camry with up to $1,750 cashback. Visit buyatoyota.com for more deals, local inventory, and to find a dealer near you. You can take cashback or apply toward down payment. Offers vary for hybrid models and exclude TRD models. See your dealer for details. Ready, set, go get your Toyota today. Offers end March 31st. Toyota.
Tiltonsville. The Watchdog is protecting your yard. Join Howard Monroe, Poppy Kercheval, Bill DeFabio, and Big Rick for the best live and local talk in the Upper Ohio Valley and beyond. Tiltonsville trusts the Watchdog.
You can vote in our Watchdog poll and read commentary in our blogs on watchdognetwork.com. The Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe continues.
Let me tell you
Watchdog opinion poll at watchdognetwork.com. Are you willing to pay higher taxes to get an income tax reduction in West Virginia? That's the governor's plan. Are you willing to pay higher taxes, sales tax, etc., to get an income tax reduction in West Virginia? The overwhelming answer so far is no. No, we're not. But you can go vote in that poll at watchdognetwork.com. You can also check out our Watchdog Madness contest is right there on the page as well, and see how our listeners are doing with the teams they have been selected with. Let's see, what's the next game coming up, Biffy?
The next game, they should be today, because normally we would have played yesterday, but because of the way they're doing everything this year, they're playing Friday and Sunday, and then Saturday and Monday. And I'm trying to find here.
You're doing a good job of tap dancing, by the way.
Yeah. I've got the, let's see, that would have been, where is the, let me see if it'll let me do this. Because for whatever reason, it won't let me go to the, okay, let me see if I can get the bracket then. The NCAA, for whatever reason, on their website, won't let me go. Let's see, the Sweet 16 is, we've got Baylor, Villanova. These will be games this weekend.
All right, let's take one. So Baylor and Villanova in our Watchdog Madness poll will pit Joyce against Dave. Joyce against Dave in the of our listeners will be going against each other in Baylor and Villanova. What's next, or what other ones do we have?
We have Arkansas and Oral Roberts.
Bill and Lee on our listening list will go against each other in the Arkansas Oral Roberts game.
Here's a matchup that I didn't think we would have, but we do. Loyola of Chicago and Oregon State.
It's going to be interesting. James is with Loyola of Chicago, and Mark, one of our regular listeners, Mark, is Mark from the Marshall County Health Department, is got Oregon State, so he's still in the running. Runs against James in the Chicago, Loyola, and Oregon State game. And then I assume the next one is Syracuse-Houston?
Syracuse-Houston, yes.
Laura and our old friend Rosemary Humway-Warmouth as Houston. So she'll be in the running there as well. So those are at least some of the local listeners who are matched up with some of those teams. At least one half of the bracket there. So Joyce, Dave, Bill, Lee, Jim, or Mark, Laura, and Rosemary. Half of those folks will move ahead to the next round, depending on which teams win in their individual games. And eventually they'll make it down. Somebody makes it down to be the Watchdog winner and gets the big screen TV. Actually, our Watchdog Madness contest sponsored by West Liberty University.
Actually, Howard, the games aren't going to be today, apparently. See, they changed this, and it's a mess. It's going to actually be Saturday, and someone corrected me, and thank you on this, by the way. It is Saturday through Tuesday. That's how they're doing the Sweet 16. So no wonder why I couldn't find the schedule for today, because there are no games.
No wonder you couldn't find it.
Jeez.
Next half hour, maybe we'll take a look at the other half of the brackets and see which members of our Watchdog listening audience are matched up with some of the other teams. We'll do that coming up a little bit later on. Quick check of some things off the community calendar for the weekend I want to remind you of. We usually talk to him about this, but we haven't this time. Bethlehem Apostolic Temple and our good friend, the Reverend Cummings, is stuffing the bus this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. In their church parking lot, not with gifts, but with food and personal grooming items. They're asking anyone who has the ability to donate to do so. They're accepting monetary donations as well. Let's stuff the bus this Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Bethlehem Church in North Wheeling. Reverend Cummings says the items will go for those in need during the Easter food basket giveaway, which will be coming up next month. And we'll probably talk to Reverend Cummings about that. The Easter food basket giveaway will take place on the day before Easter at the North Wheeling Dream Center. So Stuff the Bus is tomorrow from from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Be aware of that. I've been promoting these items going on up in Dillonvale since I preach up there. I always like to promote the things happening. Dillonvale Presbyterian Church, at which I preach, will be holding a soup sale tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m., 1 to 4 p.m. All different kinds of soup, chili, chicken noodle, vegetable soup, wedding soup, a variety of soups. $7 per quart. All different varieties available until they're sold out. Sandwiches are going to be available for $3 each. Of course, it is obviously carry out only in these days of COVID, but the Dillonvale Presbyterian Church from 1 to 4 tomorrow, it's the soup sale, soup and sandwich sale, and some baked goods too. So help out the church. Well, that way they can pay me. No, I'm only kidding. Well, I'm not kidding, but I mean, that's help out the church at any rate for the soup sale tomorrow. They're just delightful people up there in Dillonvale. I love preaching to them. We're going to preach this Sunday. It's Palm Sunday. I'm preaching on From Hail Him to Nail Him. It's fascinating how Passion Week goes, Biffy. You know, we go into Passion Week on Palm Sunday. Hosanna in the highest. We hail him. By the end of the week, we nail him. It's a strange week in the Christian world, and we'll talk about that. From Hail Him to Nail Him is my sermon this week up at the Dillonvale Church. And then, if you would like to, if you're in Dillonvale, before you go over and get some soup, if you have kids, take them to the Bunny Hop drive-thru at Knight Rider Park from 1 to 2. All right, 1 to 2 o'clock tomorrow, Knight Rider Park in Dillonvale. That's a drive-through Easter Bunny Hop. Get a treat bag from the Easter Bunny, drive through so it's pandemic safe, COVID protocols followed, and then go over and get some soup after that. All right, so those are a few things I want to put on the community calendar. Feel free to send me anything you'd like to, and we'll mention it here on our community calendar. All you have to do is send it to me, email me the simplest and easiest way, radiomonroe@aol.com. That's the easiest thing for me to do if you email it to me. You can fax it, 304-214-1609. If you've got a flyer, that's the best. If not, just jot something down on a piece of paper and you can fax it. And yes, I'm not in the studio that often, but Biff will get it and somehow get it to me. So different ways that you can do it. I don't use the text line because I can't, quite frankly, I can't print from the text line. I need to have it printed and sitting in front of me. So there's a few of the community calendar ideas that are coming up. We just got done talking about March Madness and Watchdog Madness. The tournament now down to just 16 teams. So if you've been watching from the sidelines, now is the chance to get in on the action. And FanDuel Sportsbook is hooking you up with exclusive 30-1 odds on all 16 teams left in the bracket, even the top seeds, or the bottom if you prefer. That's right. New users right now get 30-1 odds on any team to win their next game this round. You put down $5, you could win $150 with that deal. All you have to do is, first of all, make sure you've got the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Download it if you don't. And if you download it, be sure to use my name, Monroe, M-O-N-R-O-E, in the promo code box. And then you can make your first deposit and then unlock 30-1 odds on the tournament. The app is very easy to use. Don't be afraid of it. It's very intuitive. You'll be able to find it and make it work very simply. And when you win, you get your money in as quickly as 24 hours, which is a pretty good deal. FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code Monroe. Must be 21 or older, physically present in Pennsylvania or West Virginia. New users only. You must wager in the designated offer market. $10 first deposit required. Maximum bonus $150. Restrictions do apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Download FanDuel and have fun. But if gaming is not fun for you, if you have a gambling problem, don't download FanDuel. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
The WTRF Channel 7 News Update is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
Now it's time for your...
Back in a minute, Biffy. All right, I'm back, Biffy. Did we get the right Mountaineer report today?
Gain athletes, for example, offensive lineman Doug Nestor left Virginia Tech the end of last season. He'll likely be a starter and key contributor this coming season. Unfortunately, the grass isn't always greener and will likely have more names in the portal than schools looking for athletes that will force many to drop down to a much lower level of competition than they had hoped. Baseball now, the Mountaineers open Big 12 play this weekend hosting Kansas, all 3 games here on the Mountaineer Sports Network. And that is today's Mountaineer Report, brought to us by Kroger, the official grocer of WVU Athletics. I'm Tony Caridi on the Mountaineer Sports Network from Learfield, IMG College.
You know, there's variety shows, and then there's, well, my variety show. I'm Bill DeFabio, and I bring you the best variety talk in the Ohio Valley, quite possibly the world. Join me from noon till 2 to talk sports, nostalgia, and hear from some of the legends of the game. You won't believe who I have on next. The Bill DeFabio Variety Show, noon till 2 on The Watchdog.
Over the years, you've brought opioids into your home. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But holding on to opioids puts your family at risk. Learn more at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hi, this is Shauna Johnson from Metro News. Join us weekdays on the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe for the latest regional news from West Virginia and beyond, along with news and weather from WTRF TV and Bill DeFabio Sports. We give you the Ohio Valley's most comprehensive morning news right here on the Watchdog.
We're on air, online, on video, and on demand. Find us where you like us. This is the Watchdog Morning Show with Howard Monroe.
Till the hour here on the Watchdog Morning Show. High wind warning is in effect for the entire upper Ohio Valley. You do want to be aware of that. We are looking at 28 mile an hour sustained winds right now. We have had winds gusting up to 40 miles an hour or higher, and we could see 60 miles an hour or higher. We're, according to Zach, coming out of the highest of the high wind in the next hour or so. The rest of the day, still high wind advisory in effect, but most of the worst stuff's going to be this morning, so be aware of that. Temperature, 60 degrees right now at the Wheeling, Ohio County Airport. If you're watching us on Facebook Live video, thank you. Hello. Nice to see you there. Appreciate all of you watching on Facebook Live. We're getting more and more viewers on Facebook Live all the time. You can watch us on the Facebook Live page, on my page on Facebook, on the Watchdogs page. You can catch us on our YouTube channel. It's the Watchdog YouTube channel. And you can just go to watchdognetwork.com, and our video is right there. So lots of ways for you to watch us on video. I always ask you, if you do watch us, please like us and share it. Hit the like button. I know you go, well, if I don't like you, well, I guess, I don't know. They don't have an unlike button, so I don't know what to tell you to do, but hit the like button and then share it to your timeline, to your news feed. So folks in your little orbit will know about the Watchdog Morning Show's video cast as well. 16 till the hour. Last night, Biffy ordered out from our friend Charlie Schlegel at the West. Had a Chipotle chicken and a pound of wings, Old Bay wings. What else did I have? I guess that's all I had. We had a whole meal for the family here. My oldest son got an Eagle Burger. He said, "Have you ever heard that?" Oh, I love the Eagle Burger with the egg on it. You know, man, I just love that. I love burgers with eggs on them. Don't you, Biffy?
Yes, I do. But the important thing is, did you share?
Well, no, not really.
Oh, okay.
It was my meal. It was my food. So no, I guess I ate all the wings myself. I ate that pound of wings by myself. Jason got his own pound, so I didn't feel too bad about that. And he had an Eagle Burger. And I love, bless my son's heart. He says, "Oh, I've been eating too much. I better also get a salad." As if the salad is going to make up for the other stuff. It makes it. I had a pound of wings and an Eagle Burger, and I better get a salad too.
It makes you feel better if you get the salad. That's what it does somehow.
It doesn't subtract anything, though. If you just get the salad, then that's eating healthy. If you eat, and then also a salad, it's just more stuff going down your gullet. That's the way I look at it at any rate. And some sweet potato fries too, which were very good. And I'm thinking very soon I may start to make my way back into the West. I am vaccinated. I have two friends of mine who are today getting their second shot. And so in 2 weeks after they get their second shot today, in 2 weeks they'll be fully prepared to get out into the world as well. And I think they're two of my old lunch buddies. So I'm thinking in about 2 weeks it may be time to go back out. And I don't want to get into a crowded restaurant inside, but places like the Open Deck at the West, maybe someplace like that, give it a try. So a couple of weeks I think I'll be back out and about trying for lunch. But a lot of Americans say they're not ready to eat out yet. There's a new Harris poll out of American adults. The poll was done by Harris on behalf of USA Today. Anywhere from 25 to 30%, Biffy, say they will not feel safe resuming activities like dining out until we reach what they call herd immunity, which means a much larger, we're seeing a lot of people getting vaccinated. And that's the good news. But herd immunity is when enough people are vaccinated that basically COVID is defeated. I hate to put it that way. It's not quite right, but that's what it is. 25 to 30% say they will not eat out in restaurants again until the nation reaches herd immunity. Again, I'm going to take a little different approach personally. I will eat in a socially distant environment or an outdoor environment. If I am eating with, and the CDC guidelines say this, I'm vaccinated, and if I'm eating with others who are vaccinated, we should be okay. Provided we wear masks when we're out in public and all that kind of stuff. So, but that's a pretty healthy number still. 25 to 30% say they won't do it until we get herd immunity. Now, 33% say they would feel safe eating indoors at a restaurant after their second vaccine dose, which is, again, the position I think I'm in. I will feel safe eating indoors in a properly socially distant restaurant or an outdoor deck with those who are also vaccinated. 7% say they would feel comfortable eating indoors at restaurants after the first dose. Well, if you're a two-doser, if you're a Moderna or a Pfizer, you need the second dose. Don't try and do it on one dose. 7% say they feel comfortable immediately after their first dose. 19% say they feel comfortable a few weeks after their second dose. And again, that's the key. If you get your vaccine, and if you're someone who has that takes 2 shots, you have to get the second one and wait a couple of weeks. 28% said they would feel medically safe traveling by air a few weeks after their second dose. Air travel is something I think it's going to be, I don't know what you think about that, Biffy, but it's going to be a long time before I'm going to be comfortable getting in an airplane again.
I'll let you know how it goes in October.
Yeah, well, October may be a little different by then, possibly. So you flying down to the Keys again?
Yeah, we're gonna fly down. I don't know if we're gonna take the same route that we took 2 years ago, but yeah, we're gonna fly down and see what happens.
Good.
Take that week and have a little fun and see what happens. So yeah, I mean I'm ready. But
sounds good. That should be good. By October, maybe. Right now, I think it's still iffy in airplanes. It's really hard. I mean, there's no way to get away from people, right? I know they're closing off the middle seats and the 3-seat planes and stuff, and I know they're working very hard at COVID protocols. But that's one that I'm very nervous about that at the moment. Now, again, come October. Maybe. A lot of things hopefully will change over the next few months, and we'll have to wait and see. So that's just a little survey that was done by Harris. Still a lot of people feeling very, very uncomfortable about doing things, even with their vaccines. Washington Post had an interesting story yesterday, speaking of vaccines, about how many people are lying to get the vaccine. And I never thought about this. Now, I know people are trying to sort of cage the system a little bit, Biffy, figure out how can they, get ahead of somebody, that sort of thing. But apparently a lot of people are just like making up illnesses. I've got a heart problem. When they don't, that kind of thing. And they're just plain out and out lying about their health, or in some cases about their age. To get that appointment. The vaccines are out there in enough abundance right now that I think everybody very soon will be able to get it. But people are lying about it. It was a fairly lengthy piece in the Washington Post yesterday, talking to some folks who said, well, they don't care if they're lying. I mean, these people who did lie said, I don't care if I got it through false means. I need that vaccine. Yeah, but if you're lying about your health, there are other people who need it who actually are not lying about their health.
That's why for me, I'm in no hurry.
Right.
Let everybody else, let them go, and then, I can wait. no hurry for me.
Right. When they call you and tell you they're ready, you'll go get your shot. You want to get it done, but you're not in the your health does not put you in a difficult category. You're not in a an upper age range category. So you want it, but you get to where all the priorities are, which I think is the right way to approach things. I badly wanted my vaccine. I'm glad I got it. And I have so many. I was filling out a medical form yesterday, and it was one of these ones where it's a new doctor I'm going to. It was one of these ones, Biffy, where they say, do you have any of the following conditions? And I kept going, yep. 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 It was like, I just have so many medical problems. But I still wouldn't have lied or caged the system somehow to get it. But apparently people are. If you have gotten your vaccine and you have a vaccination card, hold on to your card, keep it safe. People are saying don't necessarily carry it with you. One of the first things I was told when I got the vaccine, I got the card, was take a photo picture of it on your phone, and that way you've always got a copy of the card with you, then keep the card someplace else. At some point, there is talk that the vaccine card, your record card for vaccinations, may be required to get into certain places or do certain things. Some businesses may start saying they'll only let people in if they have been vaccinated and they have to show their vaccine card, or maybe some airlines will only show certain type people on certain airlines and so on. They're calling it a vaccine passport in some cases. I get iffy about that. I mean, I understand the show me your papers kind of thing. That's not necessarily a good idea, but I also can understand why certain businesses maybe, or institutions or what have you, want to say, hey, we're open and we're ready, but only for people who've been vaccinated. Now, one thing I learned, well, I don't know if I learned this. One thing I was told this week by someone I have trust in is that you have to be careful in laminating your card. A lot of people are saying, you get your card, it's a piece of cardboard, and laminate it so you can make it like your driver's license or something. But I did see a report this week that if you laminate your card, it can black out some of the numbers.
Could you try again?
Who's talking to me here?
Dear Howard, that's what you told me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, I am Howard. Yes, you are right. You're right, I am Howard. That's my watch talking to me.
Oh.
My watch is telling me you're Howard. That's what you told me. Yes, just out of nowhere, my watch started talking to me. Where was I? Oh, so I saw this story that said if you laminate your card, the lamination might black out, because it's a heat process, might black out some of the numbers and stuff on your card. So it was suggested that you ought to get some of those self-laminating sheets and just laminate the card yourself. Now, Staples is going to laminate your vaccine card for free beginning May 1st. Laminations are limited to one lamination per customer. But I'm going to look into this a little bit more, because I think it makes me a little bit nervous that they say laminating it could block out some of the information. Wheeling Hospital has now kind of gone off that Everbridge site, Biffy, and they're launching their own COVID vaccine appointment site now. So Wheeling Hospital is now self-scheduling the appointments instead of using that Everbridge site. A lot of people are dropping off the Everbridge site. Walgreens is using their own system, I think. Now Wheeling Hospital's got their own new self-scheduling website through Wheeling Hospital. Let me see. WheelingHospital.org/COVID vaccine is their new service. Just go to the Wheeling Hospital's website and look for the COVID vaccine sign-up place, so you can. And they make appointments directly through there, not through Everbridge. So more and more people are jumping off the Everbridge site. Now, the local health officials are saying if you are using a secondary source to get scheduled, if you've gone to Walgreens, for example, if you're going to use this new Wheeling Hospital thing, let your local health department know, or go on Everbridge and get off that site, Because apparently what the health departments have been finding is they're calling people and saying, hello, this is the health department, you're up for, your appointment is now scheduled through Everbridge. And people are saying, oh, thanks, but I didn't need it, I got it at Walgreens last week. Well, it just ties up time and effort, so you want to be careful about that. And I love this story, Biffy. Several companies across the country are paying their employees to get the COVID vaccine. Story I have here in front of me says that Kroger is giving its employees $100 in store credit plus $100 in cash if you get your vaccine.
So $200.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Publix, we don't have any around here. They did in Frederick when my kids were over there, which is another large supermarket chain. They're offering their staff a $125 gift card to use in the store. Trader Joe's will pay workers for 2 hours of work time for each dose of the vaccine they get. Amtrak is giving its employees 2 hours of work time for getting vaccinated. Olive Garden, Longhorn, the Capitol Grill, and some other nationwide restaurant chains are paying their employees 4 hours of work time if they get the vaccine. Dollar General is doing that as well. McDonald's covering up to 4 hours of paid time off. Target paying the equivalent of 4 hours of work and throwing in an additional $15 of travel reimbursement for workers who get their vaccination. So, wow.
Those are some good deals.
The sad thing is that so many people are not wanting to get the vaccine. I don't get it. Man. I wanted it as soon as I could, and I'm glad I got it. I know that you wanted it all along, Biffy, and you'll get yours soon. And yeah, you don't have to pay me to get it. Frankly, I would have paid someone else to get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's amazing. But these are some, and a couple of these are local. Olive Garden, Dollar General, Kroger. They're paying their employees to get their vaccine. All right, it's almost 9 o'clock. We've had some fun this morning. Now let's turn to some news stuff coming up next hour. John McCabe from the Intelligencer News Register will join me. Some more developments on the Bluefield State story that we want to talk about today, and that's probably where most of our conversation will be. Talk about the income tax proposals pending in West Virginia. And believe it or not, we only talk about it when John and I are together, this Greg Stewart contract of the Ohio County Commission is still up in the air, and I just don't understand that. So we'll talk about that and more coming up with McCabe next hour. It's 9 o'clock. ABC covers the world next.
The Watchdog is FM 98.1, AM 1600 WKKX Wheeling, FM 97.7, AM 1370 WVLY Moundsville.
The ABC News is brought to you by Thomas Auto Centers, Mall Road, St. Clairsville. Get the best deal at Thomas Auto Centers.
ABC News.